If you're a fan of Netflix and you never bought the stock, you might like where it's at currently. So Netflix beats revenue estimates as subscribers reach 325 million. This is rising fast. On Wall Street Bets just posted 3 hours ago, top comment, can someone tell this stock? Can someone tell this stock that Netflix beat revenue estimates because we are down 5% after hours at $82.88. Well, look at where we're at on the charts. So this is the 3-month chart. This is the weekly chart, so you can see it really easy. This is support. We are again at $82.88. We're not here. We're here. You can't see it. It's the blue line because this video is being recorded after hours, but we are at support. I don't want to say major support. I'm going to reserve that for this level here, $60.51, because that's major support, but this is still support, and Netflix might find support and bounce here. I also saw this popular comment: as inflation increases, streaming services will do better. No one is going to go out to eat or to the movies or to a nightclub. Everyone is staying home watching streaming services passively while also scrolling Insta and TikTok. And then on the other hand, as inflation increases, people have to choose one platform they can afford or pirate instead of several. So I'm just trying to see, hey, is big money going to step in here and we can ride that volume, or is this stock going to drop lower? And I'm going to explain this whole Warner Brothers Discovery issue. So Netflix stock slipped 5% after posting fourth quarter results that narrowly beat expectations and arrived against the overshadowing backdrop of the company's newly amended acquisition proposal to take over Warner Brothers Discovery. The streaming pioneer narrowly topped Wall Street consensus for revenue with $12 billion, reflecting year-over-year growth of 17%, and boosted operating income by 30% to $2.9 billion. Operating margin rose from a year ago, 22% to 24%. Net income, meanwhile, rose 29% year over year to $2.4 billion. This is insane. Engagement with over 325 million paid memberships, we are now serving an audience approaching 1 billion people globally. Members watched 96 billion hours on Netflix in the second half of 2025, up 2% year over year versus a 1% gain in the first half, which the company credited to a strong branded content slate, including Stranger Things, Nobody Wants This, and these other names here. That was offset partly by a decline in non-branded view hours, in part due to a lower volume of licensed second-run content. Net cash provided by operations rose significantly year over year. Free cash flow, meanwhile, rose 36% year over year. I suspect the stock's earnings weakness is due to a combination of factors ranging from the stock's rich valuation heading into the report, management's guidance for margin expansion to be more back-weighted, raising execution risk, and uncertainty related to the Warner Brothers acquisition. So another reason why the stock is down, besides a weak Q1 guidance, is the suspension of share buybacks. In a move that usually frustrates Wall Street, Netflix announced it's pausing its share buyback program. They need to hoard cash to fund their massive acquisition of WBD. A third reason why they might be down is strategy shift risk. For years, Netflix mantra was builders, not buyers. Now they're looking at this acquisition for $82 billion, and that's representing a fundamental change in their business model that some investors find risky. So basically, what's going on with this WBD, Warner Brothers Discovery thing, in case you're not familiar? Netflix is currently in a high-stakes bidding war to acquire the crown jewels of Warner Brothers Discovery, specifically their film/TV studios, Warner Brothers Pictures, and their streaming business, HBO Max, and the DC Universe. To make this happen, WBD is planning to split itself into two separate companies. Number one, Warner Brothers, the studio and streaming assets that Netflix wants to buy. Number two, Discovery Global, the traditional linear cable channels like CNN, TNT, and Discovery, which will be spun off into a new public company for current shareholders. The latest twist: just today, Netflix switched its offer from a mix of cash and stock to a $82.7 billion all-cash deal, $27 per share. They did this to beat out a rival bid from Paramount, which is offering more, but is considered a riskier deal to close. By going all cash, Netflix is trying to prove that they have the surest money on the table, even if it means they have to stop buying back their own stock and take on more debt to do it. And I like how Gemini worded this. In short, the market isn't reacting to how many people watched Stranger Things last month. It's reacting to the massive, expensive, and complicated bill Netflix is about to pay to own Harry Potter, Batman, and Game of Thrones. So I always want to be signal. I never want to be noise. Netflix does seem like a stock that's worth putting on your watch list strictly because we are coming up on some support here. Again, at this $82 range, this is the 3-month chart. But if we look at the weekly, you can see here back in November of 2024, that's the last time we were here. And so again, we're not here. We're at $82.88. So yeah, right now we are at 80. We're right here at the support level. You don't see it on the chart again, but we're here. Let me see if I can. Yeah, see, you can see the drop here. Boom, right at my line. Boom, almost exactly at this support level. A few days ago, I did my video on Roblox, was looking at the monthly chart, and I was like, guys, this is at major support right now. And the stock is coming down a bit today, but still for traders, for short-term people wanting to make a quick buck potentially. I mean, this Roblox move was 20%. It was a 20% bounce off of this. This is major support. This is major support. Again, this Netflix area, I would like to classify it as support. This is really low. This is the IPO anchored VWAP. Again, we look at the 3-month chart. We might not ever hit these levels again, but this $27 range, that's the IPO anchored VWAP, in case you're curious. Like, look how this stock came down to the IPO anchored VWAP and bounced right off. That's a really good indicator, is the anchored VWAP. But again, we are right now, we're not here. We're here at $82, but let's see if we can see some support at this level. As for me, I'm not buying at this level. I personally like stocks that move a lot faster. This has an ADR of like about 2, average daily range. Basically that means it doesn't move that much. I like stocks that have an ADR of over 4. It's more volatile, but still Netflix, I mean, this isn't going anywhere in our, actually, I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say it's not going anywhere in our lifetime, but over here, this $60 range seems a lot safer to me. If you ever want to know what I'm buying, when I'm buying Netflix, if I do decide to buy it, consider subscribing and I'll keep you updated. Thanks guys. Peace.